in World War II. Down low, the beautiful sound of the P-51. And the V-12 engine straight up into the air like a homesick angel, and out across the top. Entry speed there was about 400 miles per hour. RPM 2,700, and the manifold pressure probably about 55%. Dale Snodgrass, flying this airplane, now retired from the Navy in 1999 after 26 years of service. He was the highest time Tomcat pilot in the Navy when he retired, with 4,800 hours and over 1,200 carrier-arrested landings, over 10,000 total hours of flight time. Now, that 4,800-hour high-time Tomcat pilot record will remain forever, because on September 22nd of 2006, the F-14 Tomcat was retired from the United States Navy's inventory after 37 years of service. It was retired because after all of that time, the maintenance hours per flight hour got so excessive, it was in excess of 70 hours, man-hours of maintenance per flight hour, and made it literally impossible to continue to keep flying the F-14 Tomcat. But a Navy pilot flying, as Danny Clisham told you, the Cadillac of the skies, the P-51 Mustang, boy, oh boy, what a treat this guy has. He flies almost anything that has wings and a jet or a propeller because he's just that good. All right, diving back down into your left. It is a P-51, and I want you to look at the belly of the airplane. It is an air-cooled engine, and the radiator, like a car truck, is that protrusion at the bottom of the belly that you see right there. And the stripes that you see were invasion stripes, to be able to distinguish the good guys, that is our Allied transport bomber and fighter pilots, from the enemy's aircraft. With so many airplanes into the air, instant recognition was very important. Look at the roll rate and look at Dale Snodgrass dance the P-51. Now, in addition to that, so many innovations brought into this airplane. You know, that big scoop on the bottom looks like it would create a lot of drag. It is not the truth. The North American people were genius in that. What they did, they actually got jet thrust out of that radiator, just like a jet engine. 300 pounds, it wasn't that much, but at least it didn't create drag. It's called the Meredith effect. And like the modern fighters that you're going to see on the flight line, you can look at the scoop on the bottom where the radiator takes the air in. And there is a gutter between that radiator and the bottom of the fuselage. That gutter was not there at the beginning. The air went turbulent, and they weren't able to cool the engine like they wanted to because the air was irregular. By putting the gutter in there, which is still on the F-16 today, they smoothed that air out and got a clear flow of air to keep that engine cool. Now, that was part of the vulnerability of this airplane. Airplanes were not invincible in World War II. The enemy would shoot at your radiator, your coolant would leak out, the engine would get hot, and it would seize. Dale Snodgrass doing the 4-point hesitation roll, stopping every 90 degrees of rotation. 6 4-blade propeller and a tricycle gear. And Dale flying this airplane once again. Let me tell you a little bit more about this gentleman's incredible history as a Navy fighter pilot. He was selected in 1985 as the Navy's Fighter Pilot of the Year. In 1986, he was selected by Grumman Aerospace, the manufacturer of the F-14 Tomcat, as the Top Cat of the Year, or the best F-14 pilot anywhere. Again, 4,800 hours. He led 34 missions in Operation Desert Storm, and he won as the overall Striker fighter lead. He was the Tomcat flight demonstration pilot for the United States Navy for not 2 years, not 3 years, but 12 years. And his military decorations include the Legion of Merit, 3 of them, the Bronze Star, 2 meritorious service medals, and many, many more. When you see Dale going into the vertical maneuvers for you pilots out there, the approximate power range of the airplane is 44 inches of manifold pressure and 2,500 RPM. Takeoff range, they move it up to a little less than war emergency power, generally speaking around 55 inches of manifold pressure and 3,000 RPM. The more vertical, the more horizontal maneuvers are done at a very gentle power setting of 37 inches of manifold pressure and about 2,300 RPM. While he was upside down, while Dale was upside down, he put the gear up.
Now wait a minute, you don't put the gear up, you put the gear down when you're going to land.
You do, but he was upside down, so the gear went up. It's safe. Three green lights.
But three...
I'll explain later, Lucy.
Okay, maybe we should just say he extended the gear.
Compromise, I will accept.
Okay. He's going to bring it around. Now, I do have a quick question for you. No, I just lost what it was because I got confused by the whole gear thing.
Oh, the answer is the Edsel. The year was 1958.
Got it. Perfect. Works for me. Look at that wide stance on there. You think of the T6 Texan that had a narrower gear. Is this easier to land than a T6?
Well, any tailwheel aircraft. All right, always takes some skill. Now, Ken Kreitz is here. Tora is here. Open up your program to page number 26 and 27, where the staples are. You'll see the fire, you'll see the airplanes, and here is a narration from Ken Kreitz.